When that 47-foot birdie putt dropped on the back nine at the Anakah Pro-Am, the sound you heard wasn't just applause. It was a collective gasp of golf professionals realizing they had just witnessed something that shouldn't be possible. Caitlin Clark, the woman who already rewrote basketball's record books, had just shattered a golf world record that had stood for years. And here's what no one's talking about. This wasn't beginner's luck. It was surgical precision from an athlete now, proving she can dominate any sport she touches. The scorecard told one story, a round of 61, the lowest ever recorded by a non-professional female athlete in a sanctioned Pro-Am event. But the real story is what this performance revealed about the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, and why even LPGA legends are running out of words to describe what they just saw. Let's cut through the noise and break down what actually happened on that golf course. Because if you followed Caitlin's journey, you know this moment has been building for years. And if you believe the story behind the story matters, hit that like button right now. It tells us you're here for the deeper analysis, not just a highlight reel. Here's what makes this different from every other celebrity golf appearance you've seen. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up for photo ops. She showed up to compete. And the gap between those two approaches, that's where legends are made. For months, many of you have said that Caitlin's athletic intelligence transcends basketball, that her court vision and spatial awareness could translate to other sports. You were right, because what unfolded at the Anakah Pro-Am wasn't just impressive for a basketball player. It was world-class by any standard. The Anakah Pro-Am isn't some casual weekend event. Named after Anakah Pro-Am, one of the greatest golfers in history, this LPGA charity tournament pairs professional golfers with high-profile athletes and celebrities. The difference? Most celebrities are just happy to finish 18 holes without embarrassing themselves. Caitlin Clark walked onto that course and immediately changed the conversation. But to understand how we got here, we need to rewind, because it reveals something crucial about who Caitlin Clark really is when the cameras aren't rolling. Growing up in West Des Moines, Iowa, Caitlin's weekends weren't just about basketball camps and AAU tournaments. Her father, Brent Clark, was an avid golfer who regularly took Caitlin and her brothers to the local course. She picked up a driver before she turned 10, and according to family friends, she showed the same obsessive focus on her golf swing that would later make her a basketball legend in a past interview. Caitlin said something revealing. "I loved how golf challenged me mentally. It's just you, the ball, and the wind. No shot clock, no defense, just focus." Reading between the lines, she was describing the same mental framework that makes her unstoppable on the basketball court. The ability to block out pressure and execute under scrutiny. That's not sport-specific. That's championship DNA. Even during her record-breaking seasons at Iowa, Caitlin occasionally played in charity golf tournaments. Fans who paid attention noticed something. Her swing wasn't casual hobby level. It was smooth, powerful, and technically sound. The kind of form professional swing coaches spend years trying to perfect. Be why the time she entered the WNBA. Golf had become her mental reset. Her escape from the relentless pressure of being the most scrutinized player in women's basketball. But what happened at the Anakah Pro-Am took things to another level entirely. When Caitlin stepped onto the first tee that morning, most of the crowd was there for her personality and star power. They wanted to see the basketball icon try her hand at golf, maybe get a selfie and enjoy the spectacle. But by the end of the first 9 holes, that energy had completely shifted. This wasn't a spectacle. It was a clinic. On hole 7, a 347-yard par 4. Caitlin crushed a drive that landed just 10 yards short of the green. Let that sink in. A 337-yard bomb with perfect roll. Commentators on site said what everyone was thinking. That's not just impressive for a basketball player. That's a world-class golf swing. The trajectory, the distance, the control. Every element suggested thousands of hours of practice that no one knew about. But she wasn't done. On the back 9, Caitlin sank a 47-foot birdie putt that curved like one of her signature 3-point rainbows from beyond the arc. The crowd erupted. Chants of "Let's go, Caitlin" echoed across the fairway. Her playing partners, including world number 1 Nelly Korda and major champion Brooke Henderson, were laughing in disbelief. These are women who have spent their lives perfecting golf. And here was Caitlin Clark, making it look effortless. Anakah Pro-Am herself, the host and a golf legend who's seen it all, walked over after that putt and said, "You just made that look too easy. Coming from a player who's won 72 LPGA tournaments and 10 majors, that's not casual praise. That's recognition from royalty to be why the time Caitlin finished a round, her scorecard showed a 61, the lowest score ever recorded by a celebrity participant in the event's history. But it gets even bigger. That performance didn't just break an event record. It shattered the official Guinness World Record for the lowest score by a non-professional female athlete in a sanctioned Pro-Am event. Another record. Another piece of history. Another chapter in the legend of Caitlin Clark. And this time, it had nothing to do with basketball. Within hours, social media exploded. ESPN led with it. The Golf Channel interrupted their regular programming. Sports Illustrated ran the headline. Caitlin Clark's golf highlights break world record. It's unbelievable. Clips of her drive, her putts, and her calm under pressure went viral across every platform. TikTok, Instagram, X, everywhere. The comment section became a phenomenon of its own. Fans wrote things like, "First she breaks basketball, now she's coming for golf too. Is there anything this woman can't do?" Another said, "She's Tiger Woods and Steph Curry in one body." These weren't exaggerations. There were people genuinely struggling to process what they had witnessed. Then Tiger Woods himself chimed in online. He wrote, "Athleticism and focus like that transcend sports. Congratulations to Caitlin Clark. What a round." When Tiger Woods publicly acknowledges your golf performance, you've officially entered rare territory. That's not celebrity golf anymore. That's real respect from one of the sport's all-time greats. And here's where the story gets even more interesting. Drop a comment below. Did you start paying attention to golf because of Caitlin Clark? Because, based on what happened next, thousands of people did exactly that. In the 48 hours after that world record round, something unprecedented happened. The LPGA's social media accounts gained over 300,000 new followers. The Anakah Pro-Am replay on Golf Channel drew one of the highest viewership numbers in the event's history. But what shocked everyone was a demographic shift. A massive influx of younger fans, especially women, suddenly becoming interested in golf. Many of them said explicitly that they were inspired by Caitlin Clark. Let's look at what that really means. One fan tweeted, "I started watching golf just because Caitlin Clark was playing. Now I'm hooked." Another wrote, "Caitlin makes golf feel cool. Now I want to try it." This isn't just celebrity influence. It's cultural transformation. Caitlin Clark doesn't just excel in sports. She changes them. Whether it's basketball attendance records, TV ratings, merchandise sales, or now golf popularity, everything she touches becomes a movement. Sports analysts even have a name for it. The Caitlin Clark effect. The proven phenomenon where her presence elevates entire league, events, and sports beyond their usual audiences. Even LPGA officials admitted it. One insider told reporters, "We've never seen engagement like this." She brought in a whole new audience, not just for Caitlin Clark content, but for women's golf as a whole. That's the difference between a star and a cultural force. Stars shine. Forces reshape the landscape. When word spread that Caitlin had broken a world golf record, the legends didn't hold back. Nelly Korda, currently the world's #1 female golfer, said in an interview, "Caitlin's swing is pure. She's got rhythm, strength, and calm, the perfect combination. I'm not saying she should turn pro, but honestly, she could compete." Coming from Korda, that's not polite encouragement. It's an honest evaluation from someone who knows excellence. Anakah went further, calling Caitlin's performance a masterclass in focus and adaptability. And those two words, focus and adaptability, are exactly what made Caitlin the most dominant college basketball player ever, and now one of the most impactful WNBA rookies in history. The basketball world reacted too. Sue Bird posted, "She's out here rewriting record books in another sport. Unbelievable." Steph Curry, one of the best golfers in the NBA, commented, "I see you, Caitlin. Welcome to the club of basketball golf crossovers." Then Curry took a step further, publicly inviting Caitlin to his annual underrated golf charity tournament, saying he'd love to team up for a mixed round. Fans immediately flooded the comments. Curry and Clark on one team. That would break the internet. They're not wrong. Watching two of the greatest shooters in basketball history compete together in golf, that's appointment viewing for millions. But let's talk about what this really represents. Caitlin Clark's greatness isn't confined to basketball. What we're seeing is an athlete who understands that excellence is transferable. The discipline that lets her hit a game-winning three-pointer under pressure is the same discipline that lets her drain a 47-foot putt with the golf world watching. Sources within the golf community are whispering about something interesting, not officially confirmed, but hard to ignore. Major golf brands are reaching out to Caitlin for potential partnerships. If the rumors are true, at least 2 major equipment manufacturers want her as an ambassador. If that happens, Caitlin Clark could become the first athlete ever to hold major endorsement deals in both basketball and golf simultaneously. But the respect Caitlin earns isn't just because she's talented, it's because of how she approaches everything. After her record-breaking round, she told reporters, "I just wanted to have fun out there. Golf relaxes me, but I guess the competitor in me never turns off." That's authenticity, a genuine love for the challenge, no matter the sport. From breaking basketball records at Iowa to breaking golf records alongside legends like Anakah Pro-Am, this isn't just about athletic ability anymore. It's about mindset. It's about a young woman who refuses to accept limits, who sees a challenge and thinks, "Why not me?" and then goes out and proves she belongs. So here's the real question everyone's asking. Could Caitlin Clark actually compete in a real LPGA event one day? Based on what we just witnessed, it's not as crazy as it sounds. Her swing mechanics are professional grade. Her mental game is unshakable. Her competitive drive is legendary. If she decided to pursue golf seriously during WNBA off-seasons, several professional coaches believe she could qualify for tournaments within a few years. Would you watch Caitlin Clark go head-to-head with the pros in an LPGA tournament? Because based on these numbers, millions would. That's not speculation. That's market reality. If you want to stay ahead of the next chapter in the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, make sure you're subscribed to this channel with notifications on. Because when she inevitably does something else that breaks the internet, you'll want to be here for the analysis. We got another deep dive coming soon on how Caitlin's influence is reshaping endorsement deals across women's sports. You won't want to miss it. This is what greatness looks like when it refuses to be contained. Caitlin Clark, breaking records, changing sports, inspiring millions one swing at a time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.